Generations upon generations of excellent science fiction classics, we have now reached 2013 with our first true major sci-fi film of the year, The Host. And boy am I glad people are going to forget about this movie in 3 weeks. Cue title scene! Okay, to make this quick, I'm going to sum the movie up like this. The acting was bad, but partially because these were challenging characters to play. They should have gotten more experienced people, except William Hurt, who's always awesome. The plot was a little choppy because the execution was not well done. Realistically speaking, it should not have had as much teen romance at the beginning and not so deep heavy in the end. There should have been just fragments of it in a more straightforwardly presented way with a better execution, and there should have been more intense action scenes instead of one attempt at it that's basically bogged down by the fact that the scene is constantly switching back, and when it does stay focused, really lacks any try at trying hard. Problem is Stephenie Meyer. The thing is, people expect her movies to only cater to one exclusive audience. Directors and writers think, why should we even try? So they don't try to appeal to everyone. So because of this, and because I'm pretty certain the general consensus is this film is terrible, I'm going to take now a chance to use this movie to demonstrate how my ranking system works if that's confused everyone. First up, I will never give a movie less than 1 out of 10. Because the thing is, that 1 goes to all the people who had to work hard, striving day after day to get this film to work. I'm not talking about the bozos that screw it up. I'm talking about the people who have to get up at 5 in the morning, apply makeup, get behind cameras, set up, set design, schedule budgets, get the actors, and do all that. No film is ever less than a 1 out of 10, because like it or not, people worked on this, even if the end product isn't great. That's what we have here. Everything from there is based on something. I chose to discriminate this by genre, because the thing is that when we go into a movie, we go in with expectations. These expectations are designed on what we feel the movie is going to be. No one's going to walk into Iron Man 3 and expect a Law and Order style trial. They're going to go into Iron Man 3 for explosions, bing, bang, boom, all that jazz. And so because of this, that's why I've decided up into genres, rather it be romance, romantic comedies, drama, action, sci-fi, fantasy. You'll all get a feel for how those works in future videos as more bigger movies come out. The thing is that everything from there depends on how it fits into that genre. Something that's genre defining, like Die Hard for action movies, or say Looper for science fiction, films that keep the genres going and make them good get the high ratings because they fit just fine. Then there are films that transcend their genres. Like for instance, you get a movie like Wreck-It Ralph, which at first glance should seem like a cartoon animated flick, but is solid with a great approach and really connects to people on every level. Those films also get high rankings. Low-ranking films are going to be movies that almost stay too stereotypical. Like this movie. It's very predictable, very bland, and stays too straightforward. There's nothing that happens that you don't expect to happen. The thing is that in today's world, you've got to pay 12 to 15 bucks every time you see a movie. And the thing is that why pay that amount of money if you're just going to have your expectations drop? There will always be bad movies, but we have to go and try. We're going to go and try for the films that we think are going to make us happy. That's why films like The Avengers or Dark Knight Rises make billions of dollars. People who go see these movies know it's their kind of film. People who went to see The Host, it's their kind of movie. It doesn't have that mainstream appeal because it's trying to cater to a very exclusive audience. And that's what just keeps happening. That's why you have so many films like this come out at the beginning of the year. Because at the end of the day, the only people going to the films are those who are trying to get out of their way to see something very genre exclusive, as opposed to the summer where there's more kids out of school, they have time on their hands, and that's just how that works. So film rankings will depend on that. Everything else depends on how much that shined through the movie. Like for instance, in this movie, I gotta give a point for the attempt at originality, as well as the combination of a few good visuals and a good set of shots. So because of this, The Host is going to get a 2 out of 10. If it did other things, like say had better acting, or a better script, or more adventures, it would get higher and higher. Again, very rarely will I ever give something 10 out of 10, because everything makes mistakes, and we got to look at things realistically. I'm trying to make myself seem like I am realistic because I try to be. So that's how that works. And again, the host, just not a lot to say. It didn't try hard to appeal to people. Maybe it stuck close to Stephenie Meyer's scene material. Maybe it didn't. But the thing is that it caters to its audience and it appeals to its audience. It's never going to have mainstream appeal. It's like the Twilight films. People who love Twilight love it to death. Everyone else just wants to barf. That's how it's going to work. That's how it's always going to work. Like I said, 2 out of 10 on the science fiction scale, because guess what? That's what they wanted this movie to seem like. All you saw in commercials was it's a new world, all that stuff. You saw the eye thing a lot. In the teaser trailer, it was basically the first 2 minutes of the movie, and you saw the thing with the helicopters, which fails miserably. That is what this film tried to do. It wanted to seem like a big-budget sci-fi action flick when all it was another generic teen romance movie. It spent 2 hours and 5 minutes screwing around with the audience, trying to make them think it was something it wasn't, when at least if nothing else, Twilight had the nerve to admit it was nothing more than a creepy girl and a creepy guy in a weird, creepy romance. For that reason, this is 2 out of 10, and it's not getting any better. Till then, see you next time.